You know that dance? You know that hair? It's typically reserved for Tuesdays. But tonight it's a special night. It's a Tighten Up Wednesdays, everybody. Hope you're doing well. The holiday weekend treated you well. Key's in the house. You know she's treating you well. Shaved her pits, put on her earrings, did her hair, put on a dress just for you. It's B-Phlat, Chris, Denman in St. Louis, B's in Philly. Key's here in the studio at Mid-Coast with me. It's the DIY and comedy podcast your great aunt warned you about. So let's get smokest, stay fly with a PH, and have a good time tonight. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Wow, B is feeling it. Got the uniform on. All she's missing is those black Air Force Ones. What's going on, B?
Chris, it's Wednesday. I know we were having technical difficulties yesterday, but
no, there's no technical difficulties. Charter, and I even called him out on your post on Instagram. Charter, if you're watching.
But that's a difficulty.
No, it's corporate malfeasance at this point. Okay. It's not even a technical difficulty. It's a problem. The entire neighborhood. So frustrated. I even called them out on Instagram. I told them they were liars.
And the only reason why I believed you, Chris, is because you sent me the screenshot.
Oh, not the years we've worked together and commitment I have to advancing B-Phlat as a performer.
Well, you know my mama lives down the street, Chris. All I have to do is call my mama.
You always check in.
Is your cable out?
Yeah.
She say no, and I'll be like, I don't know what Chris talking about.
I was so frustrated.
Well, I know you were, and I was like, oh, Lord, you need a breather. And it just puts you behind on all the other shit that you have to do. But at the same time, it gave you a chance to kind of be like,
I wish it did.
For you, it did it for me.
Good.
Because I got naked. I look like J. Anthony Brown in his video. I came back down. I had my robe on. I was showing my clavicle. I was like, we're doing Tighten Up Tuesday tomorrow. I'm actually officially celebrating Taco Ball Tuesday the right way. And my Instagram live kept going in and out again. I just said, fuck it.
Yeah.
It just kept pausing. It said, poor connection. It worked horrible down here. So I was like, whatever.
That happens.
I enjoyed. It was like a breather. So today was light because Tighten Up Tuesday, the drive was already done. Pretty much loaded up. So I was like, other shit done.
In case you're tuning in, J. Anthony Brown won't be on the show tonight. The schedule change got him messed up.
It sure did. And I'm so glad he called and told me because last night he was like, I got you for tomorrow. And then he definitely said that he can come on next week.
Great. You got a couple good guests coming up. Yeah.
That might be a tricky thing next week, though, since I have my Clarksville person coming into the studio live to talk about their flip. So I don't know how technically we can do all of that, but I may have to cancel one and keep the other. I don't know. I'll talk to you about that, Chris.
Yeah, anyway, we'll get to it. Anyway, happy Wednesday.
Wednesday. Tighten Up Tuesday on the Wednesday. Popping today. Shout out, of course, to my little Lauren, my soror, for this excellent, dope music I love. It's funny, every time I'm riding in the car, I'm always thinking about my lyrics. I need to put them all together because I want a song. I want to rap. My own rap for mine. It's funny, I got like 5 bars, and now I just need to put it together for the Picassos. So,
of course. Why wouldn't you?
I come up with more bars, yeah. So I'm working on it. I think I'm going to bust out with it for our 100th.
Oh, wow.
I'm jump on the show and do our rap. I'm not officially in it, but I'm going to jump in the Picasso talent show and do the rap for our intro song. That'll
Makes sense.
That'll be the debut.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. And shout out to Daphne, who will not have to help me write my rap for this. I can guarantee you, I will not be running the lyrics past Daphne. for my Tighten Up Tuesday thing. It's a creative thing. And
very nice.
So, and yes, of course, I always love the gifts that come into my P.O. box. Speaking of which, this came today. Shout out to Irina for sending me my favorite. Gesture. Oh, look at that. I want y'all to see that. She know I love the Snoop.
Snoopaloo?
Yes. Can you see it?
19 Crimes?
Yes. One is open, one I'm saving. I love that his face is on the cork. And it's late. She meant to send it to me. It's actually a birthday card, but it's a really nice postcard. She wrote a nice birthday message on the back. So I'm definitely putting this in the scrapbook. I like that. And knowing me, I might even frame it like I did Natalie's postcard, which is up. You can't see it unless I tilt my screen up a little bit, but it's up. Well,
that's there. Nice.
Yeah, above the pictures of my best friends. Natalie Milligan sent me that.
I don't see my picture up there.
Oh, Chris, your picture up there.
Oh, sure.
You don't see that white man on the white wall. Look at
I blend Chris. In. I get it. You get it? You blend in.
Jane Pittman. I know you see your face up there, the white on white.
The white on white.
No, I get it.
So next
week, there you have it. I'm gonna shine the light on it. It's kind of like one of those. What is it where you put it under the light? You can only see it with the certain light on it. Invisible ink.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of invisible, and then you can see you up there, Chris. I wouldn't leave you out.
Oh, thank you. Means a lot.
All right.
Okay.
So yes, shout out to Irina for sending me this wine. I appreciate it. I love all the gifts that I give, and I love sending out my thank you cards. And I love when people take a picture of it and send it to me, letting me know they got it. Before I even do my CashApp dances for all my CashApp people, I just want to give a quick shout out to my committee members. Oh, the Picasso 100 committee. They're just amazing, Chris. They off the chain. They're fun. They're funny. They come to the table with amazing ideas, a whole bunch of work. And when I send stuff out and ask for any feedback, believe me, I get it. So let me just show you. This is why I love Fanon. Fanon sent me 3 pages, and I went through all of them, of things on the registration form that were like really good tips. So I love that people are doing this. So this is why I'm telling everybody that's listening, I love all my Picassos, new fans, new watchers. Definitely log on to BPHLAT.com, BPHLAT.com, and look at the website. It's a soft launch. You can click on certain things. Certain things work, certain things don't. So don't be calling me talking about the hotel link don't work yet. That's because we haven't linked it. But there are things that I do want people to kind of go through and look through and just hit me up in an email. You know where to send it, frugalflip@gmail.com. If you see anything, if there was a glitch when you clicked on something, if you catch a spelling error, or if something doesn't make sense in the registration form, or if it's confusing, we're working all that out tomorrow at our 100th meeting. We're doing it tomorrow, first Thursday, because I'm on stage next Wednesday. So if Key could throw up our meeting, I want everybody to know. If you want, you can jump on the Zoom. I can send you the link. If you only come into the table with great ideas and things that we're trying to do to enhance our Picasso experience. If you didn't get the link, make sure you let me know. I sent the link out a few days ago, so you should have it. But we're meeting tomorrow, Picasso committee members. We are meeting tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard. So shout out to all of those fabulous family members that are dedicating their time, Chris. They're volunteering. They're doing a lot to bring this together, and they take out hours of their schedule to do this.
Love it.
And they're not just meeting once a week. They meet outside of me. They have tasks that they're doing. Lynn and Irina already sent me some stuff they put together for the menus, because they're in charge of food and beverage, and I have to get that to the caterers. And that's what I'm doing. I'm giving out the tasks. People are doing them, so it's coming together. I don't feel overwhelmed like I did when I was doing Barbados. This is great because it's a collective, and I just love that everything that we're doing is in-house. Everything is all Picassos, and I don't think people realize that. This show basically is built off of Picassos, Chris.
You ever see that movie Speed with Keanu Reeves?
Mm-hmm.
You're like that bus. If if you dip below a certain RPM or speed, it all blows up. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
I think it came out in 1993.
You might be right. It just depends.
You're the bus from Speed. Yeah. If you don't have the RPMs revved up, it's over.
Yeah, I do keep moving. We don't stop. That's right. We don't stop. It's hard to get on this bus, but you can. You can become a Picasso because all you got to do is watch Up Tuesday and hit me up. You ain't got to. Everybody can't be a day oneer. I done went through all the day oneers. We're getting ready for another brief and bake. I haven't decided how I'm gonna, tailor that one just yet because we have so many meetings about what we're doing regarding this. But I just want everybody to be patient. This website is basically ready to launch. The prices that you see on the website are pretty much about what it's going to be, comparable. I'm trying to get it less. So when you look on the website and you look at the registration form, you see how the prices are. They are about that range, but I'm trying to make it less. So if anything, get your money up to what you see and then pray that it can be less.
It's the official statement.
I don't know what this is going to. We going, and like I say every week, get your money up. And thank you so much for being patient with me in the launch of my website officially. After all these years, I just was lazy. I ain't even gonna lie, but now it's done. And after these 4 pages are done, dedicated to the Picassos, it's all about B-Phlat. So
there it is.
Again. So of course, Chris, before I move any further, I have to give shout outs to my CashApp people.
It's a big part of the show.
Definitely giving a shout out to Cicely, because she had me she requested that I bring the old school soul train back, the light skin.
The light skin.
Dark skin.
Good call.
And of course I'm dancing for Miguel and Verna and Laura and Phyllis. And I told you Phyllis is she's already started the course of donating for every week. She donates for Picassos.
Wow.
For the 100. Whatever we need. She's like, whatever you need, this is for the Picasso 100. And I love Lavette because she just donates. This just goes for any projects. And I just love that people are just,
that's so nice.
Loving this show and love to see things evolve, things, keep it moving. And that's why I love what we're doing. And that's why I love the Brief and Bakes, because I get good ideas so that this show can evolve. Because like I said, I can't be working on this house forever.
No.
Although I will be, but shit.
I think, were you talking about which Phyllis were you talking about?
Phyllis Smith. It's her birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday to Phyllis. Hello.
Special dance for her.
You got a special dance for Phyllis. Happy birthday.
Cheryl, Meryl. It's just a lot. I got a lot of cash appers that you trying to beat Miguel. I'm doing a special painting for Miguel.
That's nice.
When I got paint on this earlier, I was like, damn it, I'm just making a mess. And I have an extra canvas. I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a painting for Miguel. So hopefully he'll give me a suggestion of his favorite colors or anything that he may want to see. And my next painting is for him. I definitely got it because he's amazing. He's just amazing in terms of cash app every day, all day, or 2 times a day. Nobody will catch up to him no matter what they donate. So I totally appreciate Miguel. Yeah.
That's incredible.
So let me go and get my dances in so I can move on. And keep it pushing up.
Oh boy. We got key engineering tonight. What a treat. Happy Wednesday to us.
I knew we were going to start on time. He going to play.
Key gets real serious about the dancing. Here it is. You cash apped B, she pays you back. Great job, Key.
So trained.
Oh, wow. Look at the Soul Train. Now, which Soul Train is that?
Light skin. That's light skin.
That's from B-Phlat. You heard it here first.
Dark skin Soul Train. Oh, break it down.
Irina's loving it. Baby Ruth Candy's loving it. Tanya Prince is loving it. Fab 540's in the house. MM's in the house. The mayor, Quincy, in the house. I have a feeling I'll see a bunch of those fellas next week. Look at B. She's here for you guys.
Oh, Dorothy Children.
That's incredible. Way to go, B. Claron's giving you love. Cheryl's birthday's tomorrow. Cheryl Merrow.
Cheryl Merrow. Shout out to Cheryl. You know, she in the CashApp battle.
Forever C is in the house. Hello, C. Kiana Maria, Veronica, Pack 93.
Okay, I like to hear a new name, Chris.
That's right. Even on a special night, you've got it's creeping up there. There's some people tuning in, so keep sharing this. If you have, what you do is you share the link, go drop it on your Facebook, encourage your friends to come check it out. Makisha's in the house, Solange, Cicely, everybody's having a good time. But yeah, share the stream, share B-Phlat with somebody you care about, or with an enemy. Maybe you can turn them into a friend. There it is. That's the power of B. Also, if you see me bail, if you see me dive out of the camera, I'm violently sneezing. Allergies are so bad here. I could barely open my eyes on Sunday. I was like gushing. Oh, it was terrible. I was supposed to go see Cedric and his tour, Cedric the Entertainer, on Sunday, and it was brutal. I wasn't going to meet him like that.
Well, I'm going to say bless you.
Yeah, preemptive. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and watch out for whoever has to use that mic after you.
It's mine. This is my personal. But no, it's not even that. It's just literally just, I'm saying look out, B, next week if it's still like that. You better hope it's not like that. You're going to be, ugh.
I'm glad you told me in advance. I know how to, Chris, I skated through because I know how to keep myself protected. And plus I told you.
Can't protect yourself from allergies.
Allergies, COVID, don't none of that bother me because my lungs are already congested from smoke.
You keep it at a homeostasis. Yeah, I get it.
Shit come up in my nose, they be like, "Oh, ain't no room for us. This bitch nose already clogged up."
I was gonna say it is
room for extra shit in my lungs.
If it's your first time in St. Louis, it's not normally this green. I'll tell you that. There's green dust everywhere. It just it's disgusting.
Yeah, right. It's been all on the car and it's driving me crazy. And I keep saying I'm gonna go get the car washed. I'm like, oh, whatever. I just keep putting the windshield wiper shit on, and the rest of the side windows, I just keep rolling them down, hoping that I be pushing the button like, hope the dust get off when I roll it back up. I don't like washing cars and doing all that kind of shit. I feel like Dennis can do that. I could care less. But that dusty shit does bother me.
Oh, it's like it's taunting you. It's like I'm just gonna hang out here and everywhere.
Well, before I move into my flash rangs, I'm gonna shout out Miss Michelle because she gave me a nice cash app for my pre-trumpet play. And I do my tune-up Tuesdays, so I definitely want to give her a shout out, and definitely give Miss Verna H a shout out because she actually asked me how was my weekend and did I enjoy my Memorial Day weekend, and I did. Even though we didn't barbecue and do none of that, I basically cleaned and got a lot of shit done.
What would you barbecue?
Exactly. So that's why
I had a lettuce. Hey, I smoked this cabbage for 3 days.
Shit like that. Roast carrots and potatoes and tomatoes. I wasn't doing all that.
You stick carrots on the end of a poker and roast them over a fire like we would a hot dog.
Because our barbecue grill is this big.
Yeah.
We got one of them little round tabletop shits. You just sit outside on the.
Right.
Yeah, because we don't do all that, and I don't even remember last time I used that thing. Maybe like 3 years ago.
You could throw some salmon and some foil and do some damage out there.
By the time I do that, get that little shit out, I can do it right on the grill.
That's true.
On the stove or something. So, quick shout out to Mark MM, who is on the plane. He's all over the world with Lunel. I want to show him with his Smokers shirt on because this is my first time seeing. Mark got 1,000 flash rags and photos all over the world. So this is my first time seeing him in a Smokers shirt. So I was like, "That's what's up."
Is that a Chiefs? Is that a Chief? So you got a Smokers shirt, a Chiefs mask, and a Grizzlies hat.
Is that the Grizzlies or the Marlins?
I don't even know. Probably Marlins. If he was down in Miami, maybe so.
I thought it was the Marlins because I know their colors are green, but these teams be changing up shit. I don't know. I'm sure Mark will correct us in the comments. But shout out to Mark for getting a Smoker's shirt. And shout out to Sherri. Sharitha. I'm sorry, I'm having a flash. This is the next photo. This the last flash rag refund. I gotta get the list together and give it to John. This is it. She bought these and I love the vibrant colors. I just hate that they're the dish rags.
I heard John was trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah, I know. I missed him because I had a flash crash. But yeah, we on this, and this is the last one. I'm sorry, I had to have a cutoff. People can't keep digging back and come up 6 months later and be like, "Oh, I bought these." This is it. Yeah,
I don't think that'll happen.
I hope not, but because I know no more went out. I have a stop hold on that. But yeah, this is my last one, and if you got them, I'm sorry, but you won't be getting no more. You'll be getting these soft ones. Look, Chris, I don't order. Look the writing. You can't even read this shit no more. Look.
You've put that through the ringer.
And you know it. You know it. All right, let me jump into my DYK real quick. Since this is the last day in May, Mental Health Month, and I'm dedicating all of my DYK. You look at me just wiping down. All my DYKs to African Americans who've made contributions in the mental health field and or just the health industry.
It's my last day. See if you can squeeze in a Caucasian.
If anybody, I'd have to talk about Irina because she got 2 black kids and she considers herself light skinned. So she has
Don't start that. I'm gonna get her in trouble.
Irina, she light skinned and she contributes to the healthcare because she is a healthcare worker.
That's essential. Great.
Yes, she's a caregiver. So there you go. She's the first white light skin.
Okay, you're gonna get her in trouble.
Caregiver on Tighten Up Tuesday as a Picasso.
Got it.
So, with that being said, I'm gonna give this one out to Brother Samuel Kuntz. And I want that on the big screen. I want everybody to see him.
Samuel Key, Kuntz, why don't you spotlight him?
Yes, please spotlight this brother. 1930 to 1981. A surgeon specializing in kidney transplants, Dr. Kuntz was the first to perform a successful kidney transplant between two humans who weren't biological twins. He also invented the Belzer kidney perfusion machine. The machine can preserve a human kidney for up to 50 hours after removal from a donor's body and is now standard equipment in laboratories and hospitals around the world. Additionally, he discovered that larger doses of a steroid, methylprednisolone, and I don't even know if I said that right, could reverse the acute rejection of a transplanted kidney. Oh, that gave me a serious hot flash trying to read all them big ass words. I'm glad I'm out of the mental health. I don't have to read none of them big ass medical terms. But shout out to Samuel Kuntz for performing the first successful transplant on twins that weren't biological. Conjoined. That's interesting. This might be the worst flash I've had in a while. I'm like dripping. I feel like I need to take a 5-second break, play some music, say a sponsor commercial, go to the bathroom, and come back. Ain't that what they do on the commercial break, Chris?
Go to the bathroom?
No, do a sponsor commercial, play some music, all that bullshit while you go through all of that. I feel like this is the time to have one.
I was going to say, between your flash and then me potentially having a sinus attack, we're going to need the audience support. We're going to need you to shine through that live chat and really uplift us.
Yeah, because
keep it going for a tight show.
Over here. Oh, we are going to have a tight show. And I'm so sad we didn't have to have Jay, but I was listening to him this morning on the morning show. He is crazy. So it's going to be fun having it. I'm just praying that he gets to come on next week. It's going to be fun having Jay Anthony on. If people don't know who he is, Jay Anthony Brown, he's always on the Tom Joyner Morning Show singing crazy show songs. He's on Steve Harvey now, I think, morning show. And He's amazing. Old man, nasty comedian, which is crazy.
Sounds like a good fit for this crew.
Great actor. He's an entrepreneur, designer, all of that. So people will get to enjoy him next
Wait,
week.
we have an uplifting note from Joy. Jesus be a gentle breeze to cool B down.
Oh, thank you. I'm actually freezing.
Well, the Lord works quickly.
Me down. I'm trying to get. I don't want to turn my heat on because I don't want to hear Dennis.
On June Eve.
I know, but I always have the chills. So
yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and jump into my frugal flips.
Flip it.
Yes, because it's amazing working on two at the same time. But I really had to jump into Dr. Kim's since hers is coming up before Daphne's, 2 weeks before Daphne's. So, and I always have to let people know that hers is sponsored by the Karen Hunter Show on XM Sirius Radio. So please throw that up for me, Key. I appreciate you. Yes, please listen to her show. And I love being on her Foolishness Fridays. She has like 8 million listeners. And she's a wonderful spirit and professor at NYU and just has a great personality. I really like Karen. And I was just so amazed that she just loves what I'm doing in terms of just, bringing the community together. And to sponsor a flip was just amazing for me. So
very cool.
Shout out to Karen. Yeah, I really appreciate her doing that. So she sponsored Dr. Kim's flip. So let me just kind of show people what I'm working on. So she has an L-shaped patio and an atrium. And the atrium is actually on the other side of the house. So I'm actually doing two spaces. They're long, small spaces, very narrow. So the photo you're looking at is a section where her spouse plays cards, they smoke cigars and all this other stuff. So I want to streamline this and just really make it a nice space that they can share. And then she wants her own ladies' lair, so the atrium will be her own space. So I'm going to show the next drawing, and this is what I'm working on. Actually, this is an inspiration for that particular space because the gentlemen smoke and drink and do the cigars and all that. I'm planning to definitely use this as is, really clean it up, put some trays on it, stock it like a small bar, and put it on wheels. But I definitely have to look at the bottom to see if I'm able to actually put some nice casters on it and raise it up. But I really don't want to do much with that other than just put it outside because it's really nice. And it's so masculine. So I think it'll be perfect for that area. So that's what this next photo shows. I'm learning how to superimpose the things that I need into the pictures. So what I will be doing is painting the top space black and the spaces in between her the window shades that are like a screen, because I really want this area to look a little more modern and pop. And I plan on, she has an extra wrought iron chair in there, which will definitely fit in that space. I figured somebody could sit there and chill and smoke a cigar, use a small ottoman. I definitely want to do some hanging plants in that area. And the next drawing that I'll have next week will actually show where I'm going to place the table and the other side of the room. So I'm just working on it and sticking with the color scheme she wants, which is more like purples, yellows, and greens. They're from New Orleans, so we got to make it fun and festive, but at the same time, unisex, since they have to share it. So this is my little version of how I'm going to hook up that one corner.
And this can be yours digitally if you CashApp be $50 for this NFB.
I'm going to definitely try and find some purple fabric, a deep purple to cover the chairs with. And of course, this is my inspiration for her ladies' lair area with her atrium. We're going to call it her ladies' lair atrium. She definitely wants to use this. So we're definitely spray painting this black with Rust-Oleum paint for outdoors, so it won't rust again. And it definitely helps to sand it a little bit. So I'll be running over it with a Brillo pad. Just a raw, what do they call it? The wire. What do they call it, Chris?
Which part?
You have to, not necessarily the Brillo pad, but that wire stuff. I keep forgetting what it's called.
Oh, yeah, it's slipping me too. Yeah, someone will tell us in the live chat.
Somebody will hit us up. But yeah, I plan on using that or whatever, something cheap, some sandpaper, just to sand it down really quick, spray paint it black, make us some nice pillows, and put that in her atrium. So last week I showed this photo. The next photo, Keith, thank you. This is where her atrium is, which is in between the kitchen and the living room. It has two entrances. So I'm definitely going to use that table and make it the small center table in front of her bench. I'm going to cut the legs off, paint the base black, sand the wood down. I'm going to put a glass on top of it. And a nice design. I'm probably going to paint it white or the natural wood. It's been outside and it's weathered a lot, so it looks a little warped. But once I get there, I'll be able to determine if I'll be able to use it. So I'm retracting back to this picture because I definitely want people to keep in mind that those two blue chairs actually mark the space where I'm going to use two blue suitcases to build some seating for her with a nice small black round table in between the two chairs and use hairpin legs. So now that I spoke to Kim, even though she's out of the country kicking it in Aruba, we've been going back and forth through text, I kind of came up with some different ideas. This was a base, but after speaking with her, this is a new drawing that I came up with. So the next drawing shows... So I'm going to really try to detail this for people so they can see what I'm talking about. So you see how I drew the bench in and some pillows. So if you look above, you'll see like some green, more or less, marks on the fabric that we plan to drape. She actually has some green indoor-outdoor fabric. It's green and like a cream color stripe, like a dark green. But when you flip it over on the other side, it looks like a pale green and like light green stripes. So we're going to use the other side of it and drape it over two poles, which we're going to extend between the two walls, which are 9 feet. And that'll be her cover. And then, like I said, since it's indoor-outdoor, we don't have to worry about it weathering. So we're going to use that fabric, and I'm actually going to get two planters, which we're going to build out of wood, and make them like a light green to kind of match the fabric up top. We're going to break up a skid, a palette, or whatever you want to call them. I'm going to paint it a light purple and actually put them on the wall behind the bench so that we can hang draping plants. And of course, I'm going to build her a sconce in a nice pink, maybe fuchsia color so that she can put white candles on. Because she has like these really thick white candles that will really be nice to burn outdoors. And I did my best to try to draw those crazy looking chairs that she has, but she definitely wants those out there. So I'm going to put her two black chairs out there with some cute pillows. I haven't decided what colors yet. And I want to do like a grass raffia type rug and find something with like a nice orange pattern in it. And that's the table I want to use. I just put like a white tray on it because that's where we'll set drinks and things. But I'm definitely lowering that table so it can be low for drinks and just camaraderie in that area. So I'm really feeling this space.
Do you know what the fleur-de-lis symbolizes?
Yes, it's actually a water fountain that she has, and she's from New Orleans, and it's a self-regulating. All you gotta do is like pour a cup of water in it and turn it on. So we're going to hang that right on the slats once I put the slats up. And you'll just hear the water trickling and, the soothing sounds of being outdoors.
No, the original meaning behind a fleur-de-lis, it's like purity.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Learn something new every day.
See? And you didn't even know it. And that's another touch that you put out there because it's bringing an elegance, a pure form to the room. To the outdoor room.
Well, now that you told me that. Oh, Kenna. My soror Kenna is watching. Kenna Lashley. That's what's up. Shout out to my soror in Atlanta, Texas, LA. She's all over. She just CashApped me.
Shout out to Kenna.
Shout out to Kenna and Tina Gibson. Shout out. She's giving up money for the 100th. I appreciate that. Sherri, Kelly, Laura H in the house. We got a lot of people in the house always donating. So before I jump into my DIY, Chris, what I gotta do. the hot spot and the cat scat. It's requested. Oh. And I did watch them.
Speaking of purity, check it out. She's hitting that hot spot with that Florida flash rag. What's that smell? It's a good time. And it's B-Phlat. Hitting the hot spot. Keeping it clean. That's not Lady Stetson. That's B-Phlat. Here at a party. And there's the cat, and it's no longer around. I'll have you guys know, Key is standing on a chair doing the hot spot. Oh my God, those cats just never stood a chance.
No, I don't really have that problem no more. The one cat kind of just stays over there. It might.
I would avoid you if I were a stray cat. Yeah. I would avoid you.
My door click. It'd be like,
yeah. Oh,
good. Get your ass off my porch. So I had to do that for Kenna, Tina, Sherri, Laura H. Oh, and Kathy. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody that keeps this show going. Thank you, Jesus. All right, so of course we'll have
Jesus is like, I didn't do anything. Sorry, go ahead.
Jesus always do it, Chris. You know, won't he do it?
Won't he? Will.
I have an extended DIY, which is kind of probably going to fold over into a feature since Jay isn't going to be on tonight. So I was like, you know what? People are always wondering what the hell I'm doing and working on every day. I decided to show some of my projects. And it's interesting because I've had a couple Picassos said that they thought it would be interesting if I taught classes on how to design certain things, like in Canva for the small business, since we're all small businesses, entrepreneurs, and really trying to promote our things. And I'm always doing that kind of stuff, from making business cards to brochures, designing everything, writing things from handbooks. I'm doing all of that stuff for my sister. So I was like, I'm going to throw that in because that's what I was working on today and just trying to get some things in order for her. So before I do that, I'm going to jump in and show what Cicely sent me. Shout out to my soror in Arkansas. She made this out of a shoebox. And let me see what else. Yeah, she made this so that she could display the Kababi's can that she bought.
Oh, very
nice. It's made from a Nike shoebox, paper cups, cardboard food tray, and paint pens.
Oh, that's incredible.
She put a hole in the back so that she can hang it up on the wall like as a display. And I just think the artwork on it is amazing.
I love it.
So shout out to Cicely for framing and making a box out of a Nike shoebox. That's really cool how she did that.
Very nice.
Can.
Yeah.
Yes, very nice. And she said she had a lot of fun doing. I think she probably did this as an art project because she teaches art. And she said her students really enjoyed the project, and
that's great.
Using the recycled material. So
MM's trying to make a bong out of it.
Out of the can. Mark always got something crazy to say. I'll be glad when he get on stage. Hopefully that'll be his talent in the talent show. He's gonna go up and do comedy during a talent show.
He could do a bunch of stuff. I'm into it.
I'm working on finishing up this painting. It's funny with painting, you have to be inspired, Chris. So as you see how I step back, I've been working on this for 2 years. I just picked it back up because I really want to get this to St. Clair Elementary School in Missouri. Shout out to St. Clair. So I'm finishing it up, and it's so funny because the whole hand thing, everybody thought it was like a COVID thing. And it wasn't, because I started working on this in 2019 shit. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I didn't want it to be political. I wasn't trying to make a statement. It's a small rural elementary school and, 60 miles south of St. Louis. And I just wanted to keep it fun and creative. And so this is what I'm doing. And I'm actually almost done with it. I have a few more things. And I have to ship it out of here and get it to St. Clair.
Very nice.
But I've been inspired. It's crazy how I've been inspired. Actually, Key, can you blow it up? I just want to see how it looks to me.
Looks great.
On my, yeah, it's coming together well. And that's my hand. That's my hand print on there in each hand. And then that's my actual hand superimposed. And I blew it up and traced it on a piece of cardboard and just kind of laid it on the painting and just kind of drew it on there.
Look at you. Yeah. Look at that.
That's me putting my last hand stamp on it, which is in purple. I just have a few things to do in that area. Then I'm going to seal it, frame it. I haven't figured out how I'm going to frame it yet. But in the next couple of weeks, it'll be out of here. Probably going to cost me like $100 to send that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
They commissioned it. They paid for it, and they're ready for it. They're ready to hang it in the school. So,
those kids had to go without lunch for a couple of weeks so you could paint your little picture.
Whatever, Chris.
You dipped into the rural budget. Okay.
When I started that painting, they wasn't even having school. Shit, it was COVID. It was 2020. When they really commissioned that, it was like, okay, yeah, we want this. I told you 10 of my friends got together and did that for the elementary school.
That's awesome, though.
Down, and then they rebuilt it.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, that was nice. So I want that hanging in right when you walk in.
They better hang it up high. Those kids will put their paws on it.
No, they're going to hang it up high.
You gotta. If I was a little kid and I saw that, I would want it.
This will be my third artwork hanging in a school. Robertson Elementary, North Middle School, and now St. Clair Elementary School.
Very nice. Look at you. A woman of the children of the people.
And then I just found out I'm going into the Kirkwood Hall of Fame.
Listen, B.
At my high school, they called me.
Why?
I was like,
what are you going to the Kirkwood Hall of Fame for?
And Greg Warren. We're going into
You're going in together?
I think so. We're being inducted into the Kirkwood Hall of Fame.
Okay. Greg Warren. We should plug Greg Warren. He's got a new special out.
I love Greg.
What is his new special?
He was such a quiet guy.
You guys graduated at the same year. So get this. Look up Greg Warren. He was on Last Comic Standing. He's an accomplished comedian. And B and him graduated in the same class. Also the same high school that Nikki Glazer, if you guys know who that is. Kirkwood High School.
I didn't know Nikki was Kirkwood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nikki Glazer, you, and Greg Warren. That's a formidable... That's 3 strong comics. I don't know... I'm trying to think of where the Tories went to high school, but like that's a top 3. That's tough to beat.
They went to school at like one. I think went to
Soldan.
No, they went to private school. Cardinal Ritter. It was either Cardinal Ritter. Joe might have went to Soldan, but I know Guy went to Cardinal Ritter.
Okay. Gotcha.
His mama used to teach at Bishop Healy, and then, yeah, they did.
Gotcha.
He did. I thought one of them did DSEG, but all I know is
whatever. Greg Warren,
my track coach.
Greg Warren, the salesman. That's a new special that's out. He's clean. He works clean, and he's a funny dude, and that's amazing. So you all are going into the Kirkwood Hall of Fame together.
Hall of Fame, yeah.
I love that. I like Greg's a good guy. I like him.
I do too. He is a good guy. He reminds me of the guy on America Says.
What's that?
You ever watch the game show? The host of that show?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you have to see it. He looks like Greg. So let me show these because this is what I'm working on for my sister. Other than training with her in the morning when Dennis trains her virtually from St. Louis, she started a commercial cleaning company. So she does small businesses. And I did everything that she needed to do. And I'm continually working on this stuff for her to start her business. From writing the handbook, to her contracts, to her cleaning checkoff sheets, everything. Business card, logo, you name it, I designed it. So I'm going to show you what I've been working on. Because now she's hiring. She has 4 employees. And now if you're in St. Louis and you want a part-time cleaning job, she's still deciding on that's her logo, which is Make Sense. That's the name of my sister's cleaning business. And she actually makes fragrances. Hand picked. Yeah, for like you can pick the scent that you may want for your office or whatever, but she makes up the scents. So that's why it's called Make Sense. So it's like scents with a smell but the C has the, the little sign through it. Like, makes sense, save your dollars. She's frugal like her sister. So actually blow that up, Key, because I actually threw a QR code on here for her. I explained to her how that works. And it's funny because she's younger than me, and I was like, I know how QR codes work more so than my sister. Because I told her she don't want to be bothered with everybody emailing her and her having to send out the application that I created for her and it's in a Google form. So with the QR code that I put on the application, I just updated it today. All you got to do is scan that and it'll take you straight to the application.
You can put that on your LinkedIn. Makes sense. Commercial cleaning, VP of IT. Beverly.
So this is her hiring flyer. And then these are her business cards. And then there's information on the back.
That's great.
Yeah, so that's her little logo. Makes sense. You see the little lemon and a lot. So today I made all of her, so far it's 4 of them, the name tags. And I'm just going to show people really quick on the big screen. It was really simple. I just ordered a little kit on Amazon. And it's these little plastic things right here. And it came in a kit like this. 8 of these and 8 of these. And it was only $9. And I was like, that'll work. And I was like, I'm just going to do these, print them on photo paper. I bought a pack of photo paper. $7 on Amazon. Glossy photo paper. And all I did was cut it. Now, everybody knows I have a cutting board, so I can do these kind of projects and do this kind of stuff. But if you're seriously running a business, and even if you're just doing, small stuff from home and you just really want to look professional, you're going to need a professional cutting board. I've had this board 15 years and have not changed the blades on it yet, Chris. Wow. And I have the blades, yeah. But I bought this years ago. And I love this. I love this board. And it was only like $20. And this is all I use to cut in all my projects. It has like a little sticky thing under here where when it clamps down, it locks your stuff into place. You don't have to worry about it sliding. But I do encourage anybody, that's trying to build their business to get a cutting board so you can learn how to cut your own business cards, whatever it is, your flyer, whatever it is that you're promoting. You need that. Or I had to cut these name tags so you can make your own name tags, your own anything. And it's funny how everybody's suggesting that I start teaching classes on how to do this for Picasso's because everybody's really trying to market themselves better. But that's a whole nother different project, Chris. I'm always doing something.
You sure are.
Yeah, so with that being said, that's what I was working on today. Also, Picasso stuff, website shit. On the phone all day with GoDaddy and PayPal working out this whole store thing. Now I'm going to just launch the B-Phlat store. It's easier for people to just click on my store. Even though I'm not uploading shirts, they said they can still click on the service. Because I said I'm just selling like tickets and services that people need and not like visual things that they can see. Because we've been having a really hard time trying to make it seamless. So they was like, just activate your store. So now I activated the store where you can just click on shit and it goes into the cart. So if you need to select a registration, if you bring in an extra person, if you want an extra t-shirt, that kind of stuff, pay for your booth, you just drop it in the cart. And then so it's all a process. And I just thank all the Picassos for being patient with me. We're working this out so that we can be professional.
One of a kind team.
That's what's up. I'm glad it's all in-house. Well, Chris, you know what time it is.
8:50 Central Standard Time.
What? We're going to end at 10 o'clock on the dot. Can you believe that this show is supposed to be an hour? And we actually started on time and we're keeping it tight. Oh,
proud of
shit.
you.
Then a heart attack. I ain't about to say that.
Yeah, that's not.
Well, it's early. He might even give me something on a Wednesday.
Okay.
Because I'm coming up early. I got to irk some works for you. And then, we got to ask the Christine thing.
That's important.
It's so funny because it's Phyllis's birthday. Happy birthday. She also sent in her irks and works. So let me throw my glasses on and read her irks. She's irked by the grocery store layout. I have a tough time finding products like dried fruit or marshmallows in grocery stores. Sometimes the dried fruits are in the fresh produce aisle, or they are stuck somewhere in the corner area of the store. Marshmallows are in the candy aisle, where I think they should be in the baking section. I don't have time to figure out a grocery store's logic where they put stuff. Works. Most grocery stores have apps on their online delivery service. They could revise the app to include the store layout for in-person shopping. Wegmans, a grocery store in Mid-Atlantic area, does that with their apps. Well, first of all, Phyllis, I like that you're irked by that. But Wegmans, Chris, do you know Wegmans is like Straub's?
Cummerbund. Yes. You have to wear a cummerbund to enter.
So I can believe that. First of all, Wegmans got like 90,000 types of pancake mix. Right, you can go on Wegmans and get it from organic to gluten free. You can get pancake mix for your dog. I mean,
I would hope so if it's a store of any worth.
You go on Wegmans and spend $500, and you're gonna come out with 2 bags that you can carry.
Couple organic eggs. That's it. Yeah.
Wegmans, they're super organized. They're like I don't even know how to explain it. When I went in there with my best friend, I was all like, first of all, they had a DJ in the grocery store because they have a wine and bar. So they be having drinks and shit in a whole nother section. And then they have different areas that are labeled by the country that you can go and buy like food, like deli prepared food.
You have to show your passport to go to that part of the...
Or your EBT card. They don't give... Either one, they both blue. I'm just saying.
Is that how they hold them? I wouldn't know that.
I can't even. Wegmans got a play area for kids. Here's the bitch in there that watches the kids at IKEA while you grocery shopping. It's an amazing grocery store, and I agree with Phyllis in terms of like where things should be. Like marshmallows should be in the baking section instead of candy, because why do people buy marshmallows?
To make stuff.
To bake, or put in like cocoa, or you don't just be buying them to eat. Like, I mean, I wouldn't to just buy and eat like fucking candy.
You imagine that? Just somebody's like, "Ooh, get my marshmallows." Somebody just eats marshmallows.
Exactly.
I'd call the police on you if I found out you just sat around eating marshmallows. Something's wrong.
Exactly. Something's wrong.
Key does that. Speaking of something wrong with people, Key says she does that. That's wild.
Well, look, Key need to eat marshmallows. She only weighs 83 pounds, and 20 of it is in her hair. Shit.
Her attitude weighs $150.
There you go. She's big in attitude. She's definitely big in attitude. So I thought that was an interesting irksome work. I got a quick irksome works, and then I'm gonna ask a quick. I'm irked by kids that get out of school and roughhouse in your grass on their way home.
Do they just meet? Is your yard the meetup yard?
Mine and Jerry across the street, because we the only ones with grass. Everybody else has like a brick front. So you know what my work is, Chris. I opened the door. I said, "Excuse me, y'all ass."
You would have scared the shit out of me as a kid.
That's all I said, and they was all like, "Sorry, ma'am, sir." I said, "Excuse me, get y'all ass off my grass," like the kid. Just like that. And they got off my motherfucking grass. I don't like all that roughhousing.
What?
Playing around, grass feeds down. And they out there rolling on my... Go the fuck home. Roll on your own grass.
It's Cheryl's birthday tomorrow. I don't want to offend her. Cheryl says, "What's wrong with marshmallows? I love them." I do too. I just don't know many people that eat them. Just marshmallows.
I had them, and I forgot. Oh, to go on top of when I bake my sweet potatoes in the oven and that marshmallows. But shit, they last me about 3 years because I put them in the sugar to keep the sugar from getting hard. I use them for things like that. I use the marshmallows to keep things soft because they absorb, moisture.
Petunia eats marshmallows just for the joy of it. Calling the police.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go. I call the police, Chris. It depends on if she eats the mini ones or the big fat ones. If she eats fat ones, call the police. I gotta get up and do a CashApp for Ruth and Candace. That's right before I do Deezy. You ready, Chris?
Oh, I just can't get over how you just sounded 77 years old, mad at the kids for playing in your yard.
No, fuck that. Excuse my friend. I just put grass seeds down in different patches.
Oh, I get it.
I want y'all out there rolling on my fucking grass. Go home and roll on your own grass.
What if they were out there fighting? Would you have broken up?
On the sidewalk.
Fight in the street, like real men.
Fight on people's grass. I used to fight in the street. I ain't fighting people's grass on their flowers and shit. That's disrespectful.
Oh, you right as you squared up, you go, oh, let's step out to the street. These people look like they've worked hard on their yard.
After school, on the playground, people used to be like, bitch, I'll see you at 3 o'clock, be on the parking lot. And you be like this. Or if you at home, you fight in the street.
Mm.
If people come over your house, you go out on the sidewalk, you go on the street. You don't be all in the yard. Rolling on people's grass. No, I'm old school. Get your ass off my grass. That's all I got to say.
My dad pulled up from work after I got into a fight with a kid who was like 3 years older than me, and he was taller than me. So I had to pull him down, and I got a hold of it, and my dad pulls up as I'm getting on top of him, smashing his head into the ground. And I look up, I see my dad. He doesn't say anything. I land like 2 more, and he goes, all right, that's enough. He let me get a couple more in.
That's right.
But I remember we were in the grass, so it wasn't quite as painful for the other guy. Mm.
Chris, people will come out like Mr. Hill. Back in the day when people used to be getting on this grass, kids, he would come out there and just turn the water hose on and wet them all the fuck up. The whole sidewalk every day. I ain't gonna do that. I'm not ignorant. But he would just spray. He would act like he spraying the car, spray the grass, and then they would keep all the kids off. And they would just keep walking instead of roughhousing.
Roughhousing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's an old school word, Chris.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I got
yard. I don't like that. Get your ass off my grass. So yeah, and I'd be looking.
What if my dad would have pulled up and said, "Hey, knock off that roughhousing"? I think I should have lost the fight by disqualification.
Well, I am not in denial that I'm old school and country, and I love it. But at the same time, I don't have no problem saying anything to these Gen Z, millennials, World War Z, all these motherfuckers. I got something for all of them. I will go out there.
You do.
Chris, you should see me when I walk out. I'll be like,
don't do that. You're gonna get a squirrel. You're gonna get a squirrely You're gonna get that 13-year-old that's 5'7" and already has man muscles, and he's gonna be squirrely, and he's not gonna care if you're a woman.
I've only had one person call me a bad name, but most kids, you know what? They're kids and they're used to discipline. So if you catch them, they feel like, oh, sorry. The average kid.
Be careful though.
But you have to tell them, and that's the problem when people don't say anything to them. They feel like they can get away with everything. It takes a nation, Chris. So I'm not only saving my grass, I'm saving the rest of the little people across the street, Jerry, and a few people up the block, Jan, that have grass.
Of course, the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, y'all ass don't live on this block. Go up the street.
Joy says cold water is a good ratchet repellent. That's true.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Mr. Hill used to spray their ass.
Mr. Hill, of course. Taking a shot at me. I accept it. Tanya Friend says they don't know about us Gen X. Makisha's having fun. Candy's having fun. Oh, Missy Shue, millennials are not on the grass. We're 27 to early 40s.
Thank you. I'm just saying, I don't know what to call these young generations, the Gen Z, whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah, they'd be even younger than Gen Z.
All I know is one of your names is get off my goddamn grass.
One of these names is keep it pushing.
Keep it pushing. Shit, that's your generation. You ready for your ass, Chris Deasy?
I don't even know if I can handle it.
You can handle it, Chris. You know, she be having some crazy ass questions, and I love it. And this is for real. I gotta see
Maybe that's the next haircut. If I just have the T-Boz hair from 1995. The one strand. What?
Candace and Keena. Oh, this thing wants to light.
Oh, wow. She wants. Look at this. You guys get a bonus dance right before Ask Chris Easy. That means you're helping out B in the cash apps. That's $ B-Phlat.
Oh, cat daddy on.
Oh, the cat daddy. Oh, man. Below the desk is a wild party, I'll tell you that.
Chris, I was about to say below the desk. I know you was dancing in your feet under the desk. Chris, here's a question from B Squared. Can you do the electric slide?
I think I had to in middle school and high school. That was a segment of PE, of physical education. A long time ago. I wouldn't try it now. I might step on somebody.
You gonna do the electric slide with us?
No. At the festival? Sure. All right. Sure.
No, at the meet and greet or down at KJ's when we down.
No, I'm not doing. No, I'll be stoic and I got to act right at KJ's. That's a place for grown folks. All right.
We're gonna be in our own private room, Chris, on our own level with our own food, our own karaoke, DJ kicking it.
As if people won't be side-eyeing me enough. You're gonna stick me in a cool room? Okay, we'll see.
I'm gonna put some edibles in your water. Cause you're gonna have to lay back and kick it with us, Chris. You got one more question.
Oh, man. Okay.
It says, which do you prefer, dry or wet beef spare ribs? And I don't even know what the fuck that means. Excuse me. Which do you prefer, dry or wet beef spare ribs? Shout out to B Squared, Beverly Vaughn in the house.
I'll take the dry.
So what does that mean when they're dry?
It's way more sauce if they're wet. Like it's more of you have a dry rub. So like if you go to Kansas City, so say you go to Kansas City, you go to Arthur Bryant's, right? You ever go there?
I don't eat meat, Chris.
They could put some barbecue sauce on a carrot.
I don't even know what the hell you talking about in Kansas City. I'm just like, what?
Oh, whatever. Kansas City style, there's a bunch of sauce all over it. It's real saucy.
Oh, okay. So that's wet.
I think so. That's how I would interpret it. And then a dry rub would be more of what we see here.
Oh,
less sauce, more flavor. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you prefer the dry?
I do. Yeah, I think St. Louis barbecue's far superior to the wet stuff.
All right. Well, do you know what's kept in the Crown Royal bag?
It could be change. It could be it could be loose change. It could be a pistol. It could be
weed.
Could be that weed.
Right. That was from B always sending in good questions, Chris. Look, she sends like 2 sheets.
Oh, that's great. I love
it. I highlight them. Make sure I don't repeat them. You see, I already got the pink ones highlighted that I've used on different episodes. You know, I'm over here being an archivist and a historian.
You're something.
You know, I keep pushing. Like I said, I keep it going. I know Sharitha's going to provide me with a how they hold them down next week. She told me to call her. She wants to talk about it.
That's a great.
Somebody want to talk to me about the how to hold.
You're gonna have a 2-hour conversation about how they hold them down.
Be something she doing now. Then she gonna make me change her name. And say this is an anonymous person. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see what how they hold them down is. So on that note, Chris, here it is, 10:05, and we're about to end. I want to show my 3 flyers.
Please do.
Say that next week we will be launching the website. I can definitely say that.
You want me to read this?
And all that. Yes, because you got better eyes than me. And I just found out that this show starts at 8 o'clock. Because everybody was like, what time does the show start? And I was like, it's on the flyer. And they were like, no, it's not. There's actually a pre-show, Chris, that starts at 6:30, which is hosted by a separate person. So it's $5 to get in if you get there at 6:30. And it's $10 if you get in at 8. I come on the 8 o'clock show.
I like that. That's great. If y'all are in town or you want to come in town, Grown Folks Comedy, KJ's on Broadway, 5300 North Broadway. Reserve seats. Call our guy Terrence, 314-303-4913. B-Flat, the Kirkwood, which is very far from North Broadway in North City. The not the same place. Kirkwood Hall of Famer, B-Flat. If you want to see the comedy legend in St. Louis, she's there. June 7th, come out, hang out. You know there's going to be a crew supporting her, and these folks put on a great comedy show. If you go, you'll see all the good the pictures of all the great St. Louis folks who performed with them over the days. B-Flat live on Fathom and Friends podcast. That's June 10th, 2 days before Chris Denman was born. Welcome to the home of all things. That's Adam Tiller Comedy. Fathom and Friends. It's a podcast, and I'm guessing you can get it on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Spotify, among other places. And B, that's how you won our hearts. You were a guest co-host on Two Funny Mamas. I'm sure his fans will love you. And then don't forget 50 Shades of Comedy. You know who's with B-Flat? That's Kiana Dancy, Alicia Coley, and an unnamed gentleman with a hat. Who's that?
Marvin Dixon. And
Marvin Dixon.
Alicia and I, we share a Picasso. She met Charissa Ballard in Atlanta. So she's coming to the show.
That's great.
To the show. Like, I've been telling Alicia I was going to come and see her. I was like, Alicia's my protege. You know, she's from Philly. She's like, yes. She has actually encouraged her and started her in comedy and had her opening for me.
That's
so
awesome.
I love Alicia and I love Kiana Dancy, and all three of us are super funny. And we bad bitches on stage. So Chris, this is going to be an awesome show. It's all about stilettos.
I like the flyer.
Yes, and being super funny. So you could be all of that in one.
Wow, I bet.
I'm looking forward to this.
Dania Beach. Where is the casino at Dania Beach? That's
it's right between like Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach area.
It's all the way down there?
Yeah.
That's fun. I got a really good friend who lives in Lauderdale. I should tell him to come out.
Yeah, I'm flying into Fort Lauderdale, and it's literally like 30 minutes from there. 30 minutes from there.
Very nice. Okay. Well, look at that. B-Flat everywhere. Yeah. Globetrotting.
50 shades of us. I'm light-skinned. Kiana is brown-skinned. Alicia is dark-skinned-ish. So it's 50 shades of us. That's us. Black women, we come in all beautiful shades. Bless black people, period. It's one thing about us. We have all the shades, Chris.
I love it. Stay CP. I'm in Miami, so I'll be there. Great. Get out there and support.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I sure appreciate it.
Wow, what a tight show tonight. Be sure to follow B on Instagram at Flat Out Funny. You can follow me at InstaDenman. Shout out to Key as well. Great to have Key back in. And we missed Andy last night because of the internet issue. But Two Funny Mamas, I'll let you know about this week. But next week, Tisha Campbell sitting in with Kim. It's a very special mental health episode. They have Dr. Alfie stopping by and a member, Denier from Mocha Mom. So it's like a panel, and they're discussing mental health with children. And obviously, you know, it's funny. Big fan of Tisha. I'm sure everybody that's tuned in is as well. But make sure to tune in. And then if you're in Killeen, Texas, go see Sherri and Kim this weekend.
Well, on that note, Chris, I have to say it was a tight show. I'm looking forward to everybody on the Zoom tomorrow. I want to thank everybody for always tuning in every week. And, you know, you could be doing all kind of other shit. So I'm just happy that you're hanging here with me and DZ. Thank you again, and I'll see you next week on Tighten Up Tuesday. 88. We pushing right along, Chris.
There it is. That's right. Keep it pushing. And shout out to Keezy, Beezy in Philly, and Deezy here in St. Louis. Great show, B. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, where my music at?
She's a force of nature, folks. Thanks, everybody.